Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope and Liam reunion is coming veritably soon. Liam set his sights on his partner Hope after he beat his fake cancer. Hope and Liam will make effects sanctioned this fall, and Thomas might blow his top. Thomas lately returned, and he's unstable at stylish. Ridge's son lost his mind when his pater ditched his mama and wedded Brooke. Also Thomas threw nearly a 4-decade-old temper hissy over his parents not being together and attacked his stepmama. It was revealed that Thomas's engagement is over, and he and Paris resolve. Not one engagement in his life seems to be getting there happily ever later, and Thomas's issues all sounded to start last time when Hope refused to marry him and he left city. Thomas has a long history of obsessing over Hope while she's with Liam. Liam and Hope are headed for a reunion, and Hope will be back in the limelight. Maybe that going to be the final blow in Thomas's internal breakdown. Taylor should presumably stop flirting with Cleric and worry about counseling her own son, before he becomes dangerous. Liam just beat a fake excrescence and projectile crack so that he could get taken out by Thomas. Carter catches up with Daphne. Ridge agrees to reinstate Hope fashion line. Brooke notices Hope's engagement ring. The girl says she loves Carter, but also has passions for her ex-husband. Brooke thinks that's just stemming from Liam being Beth's father. Hope says that Deacon is pushing her to give Liam another chance. Who should she spend her life with? Brooke says that's over to her, but to follow her heart. Brooke has reservations about Carter due to the scheme and Daphne. Liam worth fighting for, the Golden asks her son. Over in the CEO office, Carter gives his pitch to Ridge about hope for the future. Unexpectedly, Ridge agrees right down. He admits that Hope is too talented to be sidelined much longer. Either, they're all on the same runner again. When the content turns to Carter's bachelorette party, Daphne appears. Ridge exits, leaving Daphne and Carter alone to talk. The susurrus has a huge grin on his face. The nose asks about a marriage date. The man just says, soon, while screaming with excitement. Ah, it's so nice to see him happy, but it's also sad because suckers know what's coming. Daphne confesses he seems happy. Indeed, though Hope appears to be committed, she worries about his heart. Carter is just over against Liam, he's up against an entire family. Ridge sees Brooke. The man announces how important he loves her, also declares HFTF is coming back. Hope meets with Carter. She assumes this is about marriage dates. The susurrus says it's business, and says HFTF is back. She is stupefied. Carter eventually wore Ridge down. There's nothing he wouldn't do for her. Let's get married moment, he declares. Over with Liam, Beth tells him she doesn't want manage to get wedded. Liam explains that it's complicated. Beth complains that he always says that. Ivy shows up with jewelry for Beth. Ah, that's so sweet. Beth asks if Ivy thinks Liam wants to marry Hope. Ivy is stupefied and remarks that it's quite the question. Liam changes the content to the cotillion. When Beth runs to try on the jewelry, Liam apologizes to Ivy. The woman mentions that Beth easily wants her parents back together. She thinks Hope is crazy not to jump at the chance. Looking at a print, Liam mutters that it could still be. Lee may turn in Luna to save herself. After talking to Sheila sees indeed further of what she could lose because she wanted to help Luna. Will Lee turn Luna in to save herself from captivity? Lee believes that Poppy is to condemn for Luna being the way she is. Poppy always had different men in and out of the house or was out running around with them. When Luna got shot, Lee wanted to give her another chance. Lee believed that Luna would chance her life after nearly losing her it. Lee planned to get Luna more and also transport her off to corridor unknown to start over. However, it would have to be down to cover them both, if Luna wanted a new life. After all, Lee falsified a death instrument to give Luna a new launch. Luna turned that down when she took off from Lee's apartment and crashed Will's party. Now Luna has told Bill that she was pregnant by Will. Lee tried to choke her. Lee was furious that Luna would risk getting caught. Luna doesn't watch that Lee had risked everything for her. Luna chose to go out and sexually assault someone and claim to be pregnant by them. This information is beginning to get around to Luna's victims. Lee knows that walls are going to start closing in on them, and she has the most to lose. Lee put everything on the line for Luna and she could lose everything because of her. Lee decides it's time to turn Luna in and let her pay for her crimes. Lee allow herself to go to captivity for trying to give her granddaughter an alternate chance at life. Lee may use the fact that Bill wants Luna dead as a reason to turn her in. Lee knows that Bill wants her granddaughter dead and she cannot really condemn her. Luna has proven just how evil she can be. Lee sees that there's no helping her. Luna should be in captivity like she should have been in the first place. Bill made this choice and Bill is responsible from everything that Luna has done since he got her pardoned. Bill shouldn't be allowed to simply kill Luna because she double-crossed him. Lee could decide that Luna should go to captivity so the baby is taken from her when it arrives. Will Luna go back to captivity as Lee gets herself out of trouble? Will Luna eventually pay for all of her crimes? Cleric will shock Taylor with his plea for remedy. After a significant battle with Sheila, Deacon will storm into Taylor's office, bringing a wealth of connubial fermentation to Bandy. Has preliminarily commended in Taylor, and there was a little chemistry there between them as well. Taylor is still nursing her emotional injuries from her split with Ridge, but the series might just introduce Cleric as the new love interest in her life. It looks like Deacon and Sheila could wind up in splits following his discovery of her Luna's secret. He was absolutely mealy with his woman. In the rearmost exercise. It's clear that Taylor is set to explore a new romantic path this fall, which means Cleric might just storm into her office and find a way to win her heart as they bond. Nonetheless, Deacon will have plenitude on his mind during the week of September 22nd to 26th. After he learns about all the shocking exposures regarding Luna that Sheila has been hiding from him, he'll erupt in wrathfulness. Following a huge battle with Sheila, Deacon will be in need of someone to entrust in. He'll prompt Taylor to hear, but she'll believe he'd be better off seeking support from someone differently rather. Taylor might give Cleric with a list of indispensable therapists to consult, yet he could supplicate Taylor to advance him in observance rather. Taylor may give in and hear out everything Cleric wishes to express. This signaled the morning of a romantic connection between Deacon and Taylor. Taylor will ultimately develop strong passions for Cleric, leaving Sheila seething over their heightening relationship. Cleric and Taylor are set to cross paths soon. Right after the night of his party, Will told Katie that he demanded to be voracious with Electra and admit there was another woman in bed with him. Katie talked him out of it because she didn't want her son to ruin a good thing with Electra. After knowing Luna was that woman, and she's now pregnant, Will is determined to do the right thing, so Katie has eventually sanctioned some honesty. Electra has prepared a romantic night for her and Will in the Forrester guest house, but isn't prepared for what he has to tell her. She thinks this is just going to be another magical evening, but it turns into anything purely. Electra listens in horror as Will tells her about discovering Luna alive in the apartment, but it gets worse than that. Electra can hardly believe what she's hearing as Will tells her that Luna crept into bed with him when he was sleeping off the alcohol he'd consumed at his party. That means that Will had slept with someone differently the night before Electra gave him her purity. That's a horrifying study to Electra, but this is horrifying as the study of her swain being ravished. She indeed make the connection. Luna had coitus with Will without his concurrence, and while he allowed. She was someone differently. That wasn't just taking advantage of Will, as Katie has been saying. That was a full-fledged sexual assault. And now Luna claims she's pregnant and Will doesn't know what to do. Electra is hysterical as she processes this horrifying information. Will tries to explain that he allowed. He was with her, but that doesn't feel to be good enough for Electra.